Thanks for staying with us on The Real Story. Well, starting this Tuesday at 10 a.m., a handful of dispensaries here in our state will be allowed to start selling recreational marijuana to adults 21 and older. Joining me right now is Dave Badurtha, the general manager of Green Thumb Industries Northeast Operations. Green Thumb is a giant in the cannabis sales space and has stores across the country. They manage Blue Point Wellness, which has 2 dispensaries here in Connecticut on the shoreline, which will be selling at least one recreational pot product starting Tuesday morning, their facility in Branford. So, Dave, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so just clarify that for us. You have 2 that are up and running here in Connecticut, and you have news on 1 as well. Can you go through your facilities here in our state?
Well, we have 3 that are currently up and running and serving the medical community. Branford will be converting to a hybrid location on the 10th. Our Westport location is going to remain medical, and then we also have a Milford location operating as Southern Connecticut Wellness, and that will be converting to a hybrid location once we actually have to move from the town of Milford to Orange, but that's quite a few months out.
Yeah, I know. We were just talking to the commissioner, was our first guest, and she was saying that you have this rolling license process right now where we have our initial ones that are opening on Tuesday, but there will be more as the year goes on, of course. All right.
Correct. 9 have been approved, and we're one of the 9. We'll see how many are open on day 1.
All right, so what are you expecting for the first day? What do you think?
Yeah, we're just really thrilled to open our doors for the adult use customer for the first time in the state of Connecticut. So really, we're extremely excited. We're gonna be opening up with some steel drums, some donuts, and a ribbon cutting ceremony, because we'll be converting our Blue Point Wellness store in Branford to our Rise dispensary. And donuts are a must.
Donuts are a must. And you've been waiting a while for this, right? Governor Lamont had originally hoped that recreational sales would start this past May. Obviously, the lottery process took longer than that. Customers have been waiting, of course, too. I know that you worked extensively with sales in Massachusetts, and a major point in legislative arguments here were that plenty of people were probably just crossing over the state line and spending their money there. What are you expecting for these first few days and weeks of sales here in Connecticut? You have experience.
Yeah, it's so our team has supported transitions from adult use sales in several other markets. So, we are ready for first and foremost to continue to serve our medical patients, but we're also ready for the adult use wave to come as well. So we have plenty of experience in converting in other states. We've done it not just locally, we've done it in Massachusetts. We just converted in Rhode Island back in December. So we've got an incredible team locally as well as nationally to help support the local team transition.
All right, so there are plenty of people who might not know marijuana as anything more than perhaps something to smoke, but the possibilities have really expanded over the years to edibles, vaping, and lots more. Can you talk a little bit about what kind of products are available for recreational sales here in Connecticut?
Yeah, so we got notice about less than 30 days ago to get the program started. So we're going to start with a smaller selection, and as we get that right and we're able to fill those needs for the more popular categories, we'll be adding more brands like Incredibles to the market, which is an edibles brand, award-winning edibles brand. So just to start, we'll be starting off with flower pre-rolls, which is pre-rolled cannabis. And then really vape will be our focus as well. And we'll be rolling in more of an edible selection as the program gets rolling here.
And for people who are unsure about legalization or even trying any of these products, what would your message be to them?
Yeah, I mean, we believe that cannabis really brings positivity, whether that's in the form of creating jobs, generating tax revenue to help fund education programs or social impact programs. It helps curb the opioid epidemic. Most importantly, it helps people really live happier, healthier lives and helps them live more comfortably. And just the pure fact, more and more Americans are choosing cannabis for well-being every day. And we're just really, truly proud to be able to serve that community.
Now, this is interesting. We were just talking about this with the commissioner, too. Connecticut has one of, if not the most expensive cannabis permits in the U.S. So what makes doing business here in Connecticut worth it? And do you expect the sales to balance the cost of doing business here in our state?
The cost of everything is getting more and more expensive these days. I think we all know it. We all live that every day, whether that's fuel or groceries. It's expenses expensive for us to operate as well, but we got to look at the long game here because we believe this is the future and we're ready to invest in the future in the state of Connecticut.
So obviously Green Thumb Industries is a larger multi-state company, and there's been some, real criticism here in Connecticut that businesses like your own have an unfair advantage in the process, that Connecticut is awarding social equity licenses to attempt to distribute business to owners with lower income from disproportionately impacted areas. But there have been some challenges with that licensing process, and even the ones awarded a license aren't able to sell quite yet. What is Green Thumb doing, if anything, to try and support social equity in the industry? Well,
we're a big believer in social equity. We have a brand called Good Green that we've launched in other markets that actually helps support social equity. Our first day of sales are actually going to the Black Business Alliance, and that's a group that helps to seeks to empower and help grow small and medium Black and minority-owned businesses throughout the state of Connecticut. I think you can reach out to other states and how we work with social equity companies and groups and how we're able to support them in their business. And we'll do the very same thing in Connecticut.
Dave, there's a lot of rules if people are going to buy on Tuesday, right? Or not a lot of rules, but there are specific rules if you want to be able to go and buy marijuana. What do you want people to know? They need a license, right?
Absolutely.
What do they need?
First and foremost, it's 21 plus, just like beverage alcohol. You need to have your license or a state issued ID or a passport ready, something that, we can identify that's you and your age. And there's also going to be some purchasing limits as well. I think the state is trying to get it right. We're keeping the limits to a quarter ounce equivalent in the first couple weeks, months. We're not quite sure how long that will be, but they need to ensure that there's enough product for both the medical community first and foremost, and then adult use as well.
Okay. And can you go over how much you expect to expand here in the state? Do you foresee other spots opening up?
Well, we're limited to the 3 licenses that we hold right now. And as I mentioned earlier, Brantford's obviously going to the hybrid model, and we're marking that Milford store as a hybrid as well. And we would like to find a hybrid location for Westport, but we really like that location where we are serving the medical patients right now.
For sure. Okay, well, Dave, thank you so much for coming on the program, and good luck on Tuesday. The commissioner was just saying that they're expecting lines at these places, so you have a celebration ready to go, it sounds like.
We're ready. We're expecting lines. We're ready to serve the folks, and we're really, really thrilled. And this is a historic day for the state of Connecticut, and we're just really honored and humbled to be part of that.
All right, Dave, thanks so much for coming on The Real Story and talking about it with us. We'll be watching.
Thank you so much.
All right, have a good one. And that does it for us on The Real Story. If you want to watch these segments again, head to fox61.com or download the Fox 61 News app and watch The Real Story every Sunday at 10 a.m. right here on Fox 61. And if you miss it and you want to rewatch or you want to share the program, you can always catch every episode on Fox 61 Plus. Have a great morning.